What is going on, everybody? Repel here, and I'm bringing a Mono Team Wi-Fi battle for you. We're at Mono Team Wi-Fi battle number 5, and I'm gonna bring a Mono Steel type team. So I got the Heatran, Celesteela, Magnezone, Steelix, Doublade, and Kartana. Now my opponent's team is just way too damn powerful. He has Landorus, Mega Mawile, Ash Greninja, Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini, and of course Dragonite. Everything about his team just strikes fear. And nonetheless, this was still a lot of fun, and I'm just going to jump right into it. Now, I know Steel-type Pokemon are very good, but if you guys think that this was an easy battle, then you guys are completely mistaken. Steel types may be good, but when you use a mono team, you're exposed to a lot of weaknesses. In this case, obviously, Heatran is weak to ground. However, my Heatran is carrying an air balloon. So I went ahead and just go for Stealth Rocks, knowing that I am immune to ground, and my opponent will actually go for his own Stealth Rocks. I think that's fine. Now, a few things he can do. He can just go for like a Rock Attack, or like maybe even U-turn to break my Air Balloon. I'm, on the other hand, I'm just going to stay and just go for a Fire Blast. It should do over half. And it definitely does over half, and I get a nice freaking burn, and he, for some reason, went for an Earthquake. I think he didn't really see that I was carrying their Air Balloon. Not that I blame my opponent. So, he doesn't want to get killed by another Fire Blast. He wants to preserve his Landorus. Not sure why, though, because, honestly, Landorus is already burned. I thought Tapu Fini or Greninja actually might come out. So, instead, I actually just went for the Flash Cannon. And not to mention, Flash Cannon obviously has a 100% accurate rate. So, it's a little bit more reliable than Fire Blast. And it does a good amount of Tapu Fini. Now, this Tapu Fini can actually go for a Defog. And I think my opponent should go for a Defog simply because he does have a Dragonite, and I don't think he wants his Dragonite's multi-scale to be broken. So I took this opportunity to go for Kartana. If he wants to go for a Water Attack, it actually do a lot because it is in the misty terrain. Surprisingly, he actually went for a Moonblast. I'm not really sure why. My whole team is a Steel-type team, so I think he's better off using a Moonblast, or excuse me, a Hydro Pump, or even a Surf or Scald. Especially in the misty terrain, but hey, whatever. I'm down. I'm fine. I know for a fact my opponent's gonna switch out, so I just took this opportunity and just go for a Defog. He actually brings out the Landorus again, and with rocks damage and burn damage, this Landorus is not doing so well. Yes, if I do use Defog, the rocks on my opponent's side of the field will also disappear, but then, you know what, I'm like, that's fine, because I still have my Steelix and my Heatran, both of them which can use Stealth Rocks, so I don't really care. And to be honest, my opponent's team is just so damn powerful. Like, yeah, like everything in this team is OU, I believe. You know, like Tapu Koko, Landorus, and I think Greninja is either, I can't remember if he's either Uber or OU, but nonetheless, like everything is just OU. You know, it's just too damn powerful. He took this opportunity to bring out the Dragonite while the Stealth Rocks are gone. That's actually a really good lead. I know for a fact he's going to go for a Dragon Dance. So, I'm just going to go for a Smart Strike and break his multi-scale. That actually does a good amount. That's just how powerful Kartana is, honestly. So he does go for his D-Dance. I'm like, alright, fine. He outspeeds me. He'll probably just kill me, like maybe with like a Dragon Claw Outrage or even like a Fire Punch, you know, Earthquake, whatever. Surprisingly, he actually just went for Extreme Speed, even though he does outspeed me. There's really no point for him to go Extreme Speed. If I knew that he went for Extreme Speed, I think I would have just went into Doublade. That's okay, though. I do have a counter for it. I do have Celesteela, and a Fire Punch actually has only like around 25% chance to kill me. And I do have Hidden Power Ice, so that should finish him off. However, yeah, my opponent gets a critical hit. And that completely one-shots Celesteela thanks to that critical hit. So I'm unable to Revenge Kill it with a Hidden Power Ice. So that I know that he has Fire Punch, so I'm just gonna go to Heatran and bait him to, you know, use anything. Turns out it is carrying a Z Crystal. It is the Flyum Z Crystal. First time seeing Dragonite use it, and it's gonna do a lot. Keep in mind though, my opponent does have a +1 in attack. He goes straight in the air for his Supersonic Drive, Sky Strike, and yeah, that does almost a one-shot, and I'm only sitting at 25 HP, and I go for my Flash Canyon. It's pretty much my only attack. I could have went for a Stealth Rocks, but I think it's slightly more important to just finish off this Dragonite and to set up some hazards at this point. So, knowing my opponent, and I already know that he's going to go for the Extreme Speed, it's very obvious now. I'm going to go into Doublade now. And I know you guys are thinking, like, even so, he has Fire Punch. That may be true, but keep in mind I do have Shadow Sneak, and that will actually revenge kill Dragonite. That's actually what I want to do, like, all along, but, you know, still worked in my way, and we finished off Dragonite. It's still a very close battle. Like, I have 4 Pokemon, and my opponent has 4 Pokemon. But, obviously, Greninja's Dark Pulse actually might just kill me, especially if this Greninja's carrying a Life Orb or Choice Specs. So I'm just going to let Heatran die. It's very unfortunate, and now I have 3 Pokemon, and my opponent has 4 Pokemon, so he definitely has the upper hand, and not to mention, he actually gets a Battle Bond with Greninja. So, things are not looking good. He has 1 more Pokemon than I do, and he activates Battle Bond. So, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go into my Choice Specs Magnezone. He might actually finish me off with a Hydro Pump, but then he actually switches out, so I'm thinking he actually might be Choice Specs. It might be actually locked into Choice Specs. So, brings out Tapu Fini and basically just lets it die. Very surprising, simply because Tapu Fini was still very incredibly healthy. But, I guess nothing really wants to take a Choice Specs attack coming from Magnezone. Can't blame my opponent. Now he goes into Mawile. I'm thinking, okay, he might actually have Fire Punch. That's the only reason why I would think he would actually bring out Mawile. Because I think it's better off he actually just brings out his Ash Greninja. That's just my guess. So expecting the Fire Punch, I'm actually going to go to Doublade. Doublade has an Eviolize, so it'll take the Fire Punch relatively well. And not to mention, I could maybe bait him to go for Sucker Punches while I just go for some Swords Dances. And that'll kind of, like, you know, nullify his Sucker Punches. Turns out he doesn't go for Fire Punch, he actually just goes for Swords Dance. So I'm like, alright, he's probably going to go for a Sucker Punch now, and it's very obvious, because I'm a Ghost type, so I'm just going to go for Swords Dance. And then here I thought, like, I'm not really sure what he'll do. Maybe he'll go for another Sucker Punch. So actually I just went for another Swords Dance, but he actually went for Thunder Punch. I'm like, wow, he doesn't even have Fire Punch. I actually probably just could have went for an Airhead. It would have been an easy 2-hit KO, and, you know, that would, like, just be it. So then I thought, okay, maybe he'll go for another Thunder Punch, but of course he does go for a Sucker Punch, and that's very unfortunate because Doublade cannot take it. Misprediction there. I really thought he was going to go for a Thunder Punch, but yeah, unfortunately Doublade could not land a hit. That's okay, I'm going to go into my Steelix now, my shiny Steelix, and even if this Mawile is at +1, it's not like he can do anything because he's not carrying a Fire Punch. So I'm free to just hit him up with an Earthquake. Surprisingly, I kill. That's very surprising because I really thought I would not be able to kill a Mega Mawile. But down it goes. But then I realized why I would kill it is because I'm actually carrying a Life Orb. I usually don't carry a Life Orb, but it totally worked out today. Tapu Koko is out. Like, again, I'm very surprised why Tapu Koko would come out. I could only imagine that he might have some, like, I don't know, Energy Ball or Grass Knot or something. Does have hidden power. It's not fire, I think it's ice. Unfortunately for him, he actually doesn't kill. The thing about Tapu Koko is Tapu Koko is actually not that powerful. His base attack is only around like 90. It's only that if Tapu Koko decides to use electric attacks, then Tapu Koko would be very strong because it has stab and it has electric terrain. But with Life Orb damage, I will go down as well. Not that I complain, because my opponent has the Ash Greninja left. One last Pokemon left, while I also have one last Pokemon left too. The Magnezone. Now, if this Greninja is carrying a Choice Specs and he uses Hydro Pump, then I'm gone. If he's not Choice Specs, then I can still live it. His Hydro Pump does land, and he actually will finish me off. So we definitely know that he is, in fact, carrying a Choice Specs. Very unfortunate. That was a very close match nonetheless, but thank you so much to Justin. I hope you guys enjoyed this mono steel type team. If you guys do, please remember to leave a thumbs up and definitely subscribe, because I'm going to keep throwing out more mono team Wi-Fi battles back to back. And make sure to answer the comment question today, what is your favorite steel type Pokemon? See you everyone.